If you guys remember, I had pants on and a suit on. That makes me feel uncomfortable. So I want to get comfortable being uncomfortable. This outfit is to remind us to have fun. This is fun. This life is fun. It should be fun. But in order to do that, I believe that we need to have the greatest skill on the planet, which is conversion of energy. The bullshit's going to come. The obstacles are going to come. It's going to be a nightmare sometimes. So it's just a matter on how good we are at converting energy from negative to positive. The better we are and the more that we have in our tool belt to convert energy as an entrepreneur, as a person in our family for the ones that we love, we can convert energy from negative to positive. So I'm going to give you 4 ways to do that in 15 minutes. Number 1, perception. Perception is everything. The perception will control the event. So what I use, anybody know a guy named Victor that's spelled like that? Anybody? Who is he? Viktor Frankl. So if we know Viktor Frankl, I look at quotes as how you can use them to implement in your life, and did this person change the course of human history? So he said, the last of human freedoms, the ability to choose one's attitude in any given set of circumstances, to choose one's own way. Viktor Frankl was in Auschwitz. His mother, his father, and his wife were burned alive. I'm going to say it again. His mother, his father, and his wife were burned alive. He wrote a book called Man's Search for Meaning, and he re-engineered that experience to serve him and to serve the greater good. So whenever I'm going through what I call a crap storm or a shit storm, things are bad, this is bad, things aren't going my way, I ask myself very simply, is this a Viktor Frankl problem? No, it's not. Nobody in here has a Viktor Frankl problem. So that gives me perception, and it starts to get me into what I call the greatest state that our marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force the world has ever known is gratitude. Gratitude, the number one thing I think when I wake up, I got a pulse, man. I got a pulse. That allows me to have perspective and say, if I got a pulse, I get a chance. You know what people, when I consult for a company or speak to a company, what they can tell me with excruciating detail? Of all the crap, of all the bad things. And I simply ask them, did you wake up today? We all set a personal record for waking up today. So we should all give ourselves a round of applause. How do you feel? How do you feel? Perfect. Okay. Second is an attitude of gratitude. And I don't mean this, I'm going to walk around. I don't mean this as positive thinking. What I mean this is as neurochemistry, biochemistry to change state. My mind cannot be grateful and fearful at the same time. It cannot be. I get to choose every single second of every single day, gratitude or fear. I can't walk to my right and I can't walk to my left at the same time. So I take and I look, the number one thing that drove me nuts was a screaming baby. I get on a plane, I go from LA to New York, and a screaming baby goes off in my ear. I apologize in advance to anybody that has kids, but I was like, somebody shut that baby up or I'm gonna fucking shut it up, okay? It drove me nuts because I was fearful that I wouldn't get enough sleep. I wasn't stressed, I was fearful. Fear is what it truly is. Stress is a code word that we give it. Because if we're fearful, we're weak. But if we're stressed, I'm a hard worker. So I give gratitude to the things that people usually piss them off. So I'm grateful for the screaming baby on the plane because it means that I can hear. So it changes perspective. How many people don't have the sense of hearing that would kill to hear that screaming baby? And here I am taking it for granted. I am grateful for the dishes to clean and scrub because it means I have enough to eat. How many people in the world do not have enough to eat and we take advantage of it and take it for granted every single day? So on my gratitude poem, I wake up, I read this every single day. Since January 6th of 2016, I have not missed a day. And I give gratitude for the things that people usually complain about to give me perspective. Now, I can take the actionable item in my business, in my life. It's an energy and an aura that you will start to carry, not only for you, but for the ones that you love. Now on this side, it's the things that are very easy to be grateful for. My mom, my dad, and my sister. I am grateful for all those who have helped me facilitate a higher quality of life. I have to think of an attitude of gratitude for Thanksgiving, because this is what happens on Thanksgiving. I say, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful for that, I'm grateful for this, and then it stops the next day. I think every day is Thanksgiving. And I think it gives us perspective if we give gratitude every single day. And again, I'm not talking about positive thinking. I'm talking about a neurochemical reaction in your body, a biochemical reaction, and biological reactions within the cell that make you feel a certain way. When we feel a certain way, now we can have enough sustainability to go through our business and go through the shitstorms that are inevitably going to come. A dear mentor of mine, Tom Bilyeu, says, the struggle is guaranteed, the success is not. So if we're better at converting energy from negative to positive, the more success that we're going to have, not only again for us, but again, the ones that we love. Number 3, besides attitude of gratitude, this is the number 1 antioxidant on the planet. There's $330 billion spent on anti-aging. Anti-aging is something that's happening on the surface of your skin. We need to start treating the source, not the symptom. If something's wrong with our skin, that means our cells, something's wrong with our cells. Treat the source. You want to get anti-aging? Get grateful and do it every single day. It will change not only you, but it'll change your life. Just literally waking up every morning and saying, thank you for the pulse that I got, because that means I got a chance. Mentorship. This is a great tool to convert energy. Everybody has a smartphone, what I call an I Am Great album. Start an album in your phone and entitle it I Am Great, okay? It feels a little weird sometimes. We'll walk down here again. It feels a little weird sometimes because people don't give ourselves enough credit sometimes. But you know what we're really good at? Beating ourselves up of all the crap that we did wrong or all the people that may have judged us. But we've all done great things, so I believe in a I Am Great album, okay? Everybody in the room has helped somebody else. I can almost assure it. I don't have enough time to go into it, but chances are everybody that you have helped has thanked you in some way, shape, or form, or at least one person. They've either sent you a text message, a thank you note, an email, something that has thanked you. Make an album in your phone and title it I Am Great. Screenshot those messages. Put that message in that album. Now, when the shitstorm comes, I can start to re-engineer that vision, and I start reading all these thank you notes that people have thanked me with whatever, where I've consulted with their company, consulted with their kids, helped their kids, whatever. Now, I can't be grateful and fearful at the same time. Now I can dictate neurochemically my brain to go to where I want it to go. So this is one of mine. This is a guy named Ivan. We started training him in sales a long time ago. He wanted to take his niece and his daughters to this Disney cruise. I don't know a lot about Disney. I'm not married and I don't have kids. What I've heard is it's really expensive, okay? Mickey Mouse, man, he's a rich dude. So he sent me this, and he said, Ricky, wanted to share something with you, bro. Took my daughter and niece on that Disney cruise. Just wanted to thank you for helping me with my goals and all your support. I wouldn't have been able to do if you yourself wouldn't have worked as hard as you did to give me and us an opportunity to work with you. I appreciate you, Rick. Thanks again, brother. So when my shitstorm comes, I read that. Neurochemically, I change. Biochemically, I change. Now I feel better. Now I have more of a statistical chance to stay in the consistent, persistent pursuit of my potential towards my dreams and goals. If we're an entrepreneur, to me, it's not about the successes, it's about the failures. If I can convert failures into something I learn and grow from, now I can continue on my journey. My mom. Okay, so number 1, Viktor Frankl. Is it a Viktor Frankl problem? Number 2, attitude of gratitude. Convert it. Biggest antioxidant on the planet, best conversion of energy on the planet. Number 3, start your I Am Great album. Number 4, have a story that strikes your heart. This is my mom, and she is deathly afraid of heights, and she was a little out of shape. So I was able to hire her a personal trainer, and we went to the Eiffel Tower, and we all wear obnoxious I Love Paris shirts, and it's something I love to do when I travel. Now, she's about a third of the way up, and my dad and my sister are sitting there, and my mom starts crying. And she starts crying, and people are walking by us. 2 things are like, who are these weird people with I Love Paris shirts, and why is somebody crying? Like, this should be a fun time, fun outfit, right? So she starts crying. Of course, I document everything. And so I go back down, I take a selfie with my mom. You can't see this, but she is absolutely bawling at this point. Like, she is scared to death. She's like, I can't do it. I'm like, no problem, Mom. We can go back. And then she turned, some switch turned in her mind. And she was like, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. With my family, I can do it. I can do it if you guys are here. We came here. We wanted to walk, not take the elevator. We wanted to walk up this as a family together. And she's crying, and I'm saying, we don't have to do this. And she was like, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And it took a long time, a really long time. But we got to the top of the Eiffel Tower, and this picture inspires me literally every single day. So when my crap storm comes, and I think of my mom and how strong she was to work through the pain and to work through the fear and to work through all those things and people judging her or whatever it was, I think of my mom and I look at this picture. Now, neurochemically, biochemically, biological reactions within my cell, I'm no longer fearful. I am inspired. I use that state of mind, my most marvelous, miraculous, inconceivably powerful force the world has ever known, my brain, to serve me into the where I want to go. And that picture will inspire me till absolutely the day I die. I look at it often, And a lot of times when this happens, you feel like a ping pong ball. You're like, okay, I'm going to do one of these things, and then the crap storm comes, and you're like back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. That's one of my favorite things. When I help people develop prosperity plans, I love when they text me and feel like, Ricky, I feel like I'm going nuts. I look at my prosperity plan 20 times a day. I'm like, good, that's progress. So my mother is able to serve that. Now, my point is, maybe you're close with your mom, maybe you're not. But there's a story in all of us that will serve us if we use it and stop paying attention to all the crap. The crap is there to learn lessons and to motivate us for all the people that said we couldn't do it. But then there's this whole sea of awesome stuff that we can use every single day to help serve us. So 2 most powerful words on the planet to me, thank you. So I thank you, and I am 1 second. That was good timing, right?